Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Dota 2 highlight. This time we are playing middle again, and we are going to play one of my favorite heroes, which is the most annoying hero in the game, Leshrac. I believe most annoying hero in the game by far. So yeah, we are now playing versus Spirit Breaker and Lich. Which, I mean, Spirit Breaker is an interesting hero. Probably he will be support, right? Support long lane. I have a Disruptor on my side, and then I have Snapfire. Not sure, I mean, none of them have, like, guaranteed stuns. I mean, Disruptor has a very healthy set of disables, but none of them have guaranteed stuns. Therefore, I felt compelled to go with another stun hero, and then I saw this Primal Beast here. I know it's going to be Spirit Breaker Primal Beasts, which to me makes little sense, but I guess this is Crusader's finest we are talking about. But there is also the danger of the Primal Beast going middle. So the fact that I needed some stun, the fact that magic damage would complement a bit this Spectre and Wraith King. The fact that I felt confident I could fight off Primal Beast mid with this Leshrac. And you can see I was thinking for a while, what should I pick here? I thought, okay, why not pick Leshrac? The reason why I like to pick Leshrac is because if Primal Beast comes in, right, you should be away from Primal Beast because he deals so much damage. Obviously, I had no idea about this Monkey King, but no matter who goes mid versus Leshrac is bound to have a difficult time, right? So Primal Beast jumps in with his long range initiation, and suddenly he's next to you using his trample and dealing damage. So you don't want to be next to him. Well, guess what's another hero you don't want to be next to? It's Leshrac, right? So I kind of felt that I also have good movement speed. I could definitely outplay Primal Beast mid, so there was no danger of Primal Beast going middle. Monkey King is a beast in its own right, so it will be a difficult game, to be honest. Monkey King is the king of melee, and we have two melee carries, and Leshrac, I wouldn't call him a carry. I would say that he tapers off in the long game, but again, this is just my my perception. But Leshrac is very good early game to mid game, and I'm hoping to set my carries up, and especially if Spectre has a good game, I feel that he could basically exchange blows with Monkey King. I mean, even if Monkey King traps him, he can just ult and get out of his, so his basically Spectre's ult can help him get out of Monkey King's ult. Kind of like a counter, right? So I feel that this Spectre has a lot of mobility and definitely can counter Monkey King, definitely can kill everything that's on the board. There is also the small problem of this Clinks, but I'm not too bothered about him, especially since we find him here, right? We find him here, we are all basically converging onto him. You see here I pop my W simply because it deals so much damage early on. So the fact that we found Clinks while we were all smoked, we're doing that smoke gank, kind of caused me to level up this Diabolic Edict first, which is a great spell, don't get me wrong. I mean, if you go for a rune and you're competing with your enemy mid, then look, and you see here again we're catching yet another hero, and you see this Diabolic Edict is dealing tons of damage, so it already paid for itself. So I'm already, I think I already have, I don't even know how much gold I have. I already have enough gold for a bottle. I think I'm already delivering the bottle. So 65, I think I already bought the bottle and it's being delivered. Yeah, there it is. So 2 kills there, including first blood gold bonus. Enable me to basically get the bottle, and that means I should have a great time versus this Monkey King. This Monkey King has the bonus here, which is incredibly annoying. It seems it's lasting forever. I just can't really get close to him, but with the bottle things will change. Now there are two main ways to play Leshrac mid. One is to try to level up Lightning Storm and Split Earth and basically have a the Diabolic Edict as a nice to have. Another one is to pay more attention to Diabolic Edict, so that when it comes to pushing towers, you do have a very strong tool. So for example, if your mid goes and ganks with a Diabolic Edict of a higher level, you can really destroy that tower. I'm not sure what I'm doing this game. I believe I went for Lightning Storm, simply because it slows, it deals a lot of damage, it enables me to clear these creeps. So I had a gold advantage obviously from the very beginning, and I wanted to build it up. Also, I have to be careful not to try and, because if you do get close to this Monkey King, he will he will spiral out of control. He has his passive, and his passive deals tons of damage. You can see here the Lightning Storm from a safe distance. You can see how much work it's doing, and the second Lightning Storm, 3 kills on Leshrac in the very beginning, and I didn't do much. I just cast Lightning Storm. I obviously saw him place this word here. You have to keep out, keep an eye on those words, and they give you bonus gold. Obviously they cancel vision, and I can't stress it enough, they make the enemy hero feel incredibly frustrated. Now the fact that I killed Monkey King here is causing me some problems, simply because now I don't have that much mana. I used all the mana to kill him, and look at this word placement here. It's frustrating now, because I've already delivered here the boots, I believe. I don't have any words in this transport. I have to ferry over more words. So it's incredibly annoying, especially since I'm low on mana and I'm trying to use my skills to farm, because he does have a better animation for farming. So I am struggling here to replenish this mana. Luckily, he doesn't follow me, so I'm able to get 2 runes here, which is a big boost to my mana supply. However, he's also not doing too shabby, honestly. I'm missing my stun here, which is, again, it might seem like not a big deal. However, it does. Oh, I'm trying to catch him here with Diabolic Edict. However, had I stunned him there, that would have been a kill. However, 2 failed stuns and my mana is depleted. So you have to be very careful how you manage your mana. In hindsight, probably I should have just cast Lightning Storm 2 times, and he would have been low enough that he would have had to go back. So that would have been a good use of my time and resources. And now I'm in a position that I don't have enough mana, and he still has a comfortable amount of hit points, so there's really not much I can do. Probably I should ferry over those sentry words to try and deword here, because I know he has superior vision mid, and that enables him to be incredibly daring when he farms here with absolutely no care in the world. Now let's see how he's pushing the lane, and now he realizes that I'm mana starved, and he goes and gets this. Does he have a bottle? He doesn't have a bottle, but it doesn't matter. It's not so much as he's getting mana and HP. It's more it's more important that he's denying me mana HP, and that's well played from his side. Honestly, we are 6 kills ahead, but I could have been so much more ahead of this Monkey King, right? Unfortunately, that didn't bounce the way I expected it to. And yeah, it's kind of, the mid game has kind of normalized. However, remember, we are ahead. At least we have the momentum, we have some experience, because I think we killed almost every single opponent in the game at least once. And I do have here the arcane boots, which should be able to alleviate a bit my mana problems now. So I did go for this kind of, it might seem like a support build, but it's not. It's an aggressive build. Okay, now I'm trying to get yet another lightning, but it's not enough. I could have dived there with Pulse Nova, but it felt like I would have died, because it was a secondary tower and I still don't have enough armor, enough stats. That secondary tower melts you pretty quickly, so it was unfortunate there. Also, he was too far away for my split earth to land, and it's a pretty difficult skill to land, as you were able to see. Or maybe you can say, oh Neki, you're actually really bad at this game. It's not a difficult skill to land, it's quite easy. You've just failed it twice because you absolutely have no clue. And you'd probably be right, but still, it's difficult skill to land, at least as far as my perception goes. And yeah, you see those bounces there, bounces pretty nicely, and also it it pushes the lane. It helps me get last hits, but because I'm low on mana, I can't really follow up and do much. Anyway, mid game is normalized. He's denying me yet another rune, which I desperately needed. So if I had more mana, I would have been able to push the lane even more. I would have had more lane control. I would have gotten the rune. So all these little things do matter. So the fact that I didn't push the lane, and that was my fault because I wasted mana trying to kill Monkey King, meant that he denied me the rune. See, I'm trying to be sneaky with the stun, but with the stun being level 1, and with me leveling up this Lightning Storm, which is guaranteed damage, then yeah, I'm not able to capitalize on that. Alright, so I think it's safe to go to the next highlight here. So definitely my team is doing very well, and my mindset here is full-on aggression. I have the no talisman, I have arcane boots, I have absolutely no survivability, and now I'm being charged. I'm not sure whether I'm aware of that or not. I'm going here to place a ward, which is absolutely excellent. That was a nice coincidence. I don't believe any of my teammates called, and because I'm so low and my bottle is empty, I go back to base. So danger averted there. We can go to the next highlight, 13-2. Wonder what happened. So I probably I don't think I was involved in any kill because I'm still 3-0-1, or maybe I was involved. It doesn't really matter. We were already ahead, but what I've tried to do here is try to push this tower. It wasn't going very well with Monkey King, or perhaps I saw a let's actually see. I'm really curious, why did I come here? So there is a dive, and I think I am converging towards there or TPing. I'm definitely watching this team fight. So yeah, I'm coming to help. Yeah, that's why I converged there. There was a dive, unsuccessful dive. 2 of them died, and now I'm coming here to, yeah, get an assist. That's what happened. Alright, so I'm seeing Monkey King. I know Monkey King is here, but that's the problem with Leshrac. I can't really clear trees. So yeah, I just have to ignore him. He can do whatever he wants, no problem. Alright, so since I'm already here, might as well push the tower, right? It's not like me to come leave my lane. As I've already said in the past, it's really important that you stay mid, you farm, and you get that mid tower down as soon as possible. However, since I saw that big dive and the potential to clean up the enemy team and get lots of kills in return, that's how I ended up top, and mid is empty. So Monkey King, if he wanted, he could be mid. However, he's going for my teammate, and you see the insane amount of damage he's doing. I mean, 1, 2, 3, and then he has this Jingu Mastery, which is doing insane amounts of damage. So with nothing to do here, with the attention basically shifting, the enemy team's attention shifting towards top lane, I'm trying to help bottom lane because I see a fight brewing here, and I should be able to stun here. So even I am able to stun there, and this is a dead primal beast if I've ever seen one. So as you can see, I'm not doing much. I'm helping my team. I'm getting a kill there, here and there, or better said, an assist here and there. So I'm tipping over the results of these fights, and I'm getting charged, which I don't understand. Oh, of course, Monkey King was here in disguise, but again, remember, you don't want to be close to Leshrac, right? So that is an insane amount of damage, though. Coupled with the ultimate, we will be able to kill him eventually. However, the cost is quite high. Well, 2 for 2. I guess it's all right because all the experience and gold went into my carry. However, look what I'm doing here. I'm trying to help. It means the focus has shifted from myself towards the team. I'm trying to tip over the results of these small skirmishes and basically trigger incremental gains for my team, hoping that they will progressively become larger and larger as the game goes on. The team gets to absolutely love me because they like to see their mid being involved. However, I am a bit behind, I feel. There is a fight brewing here in the middle with Monkey King and Wraith King, support also from this Spirit Breaker. It's going nowhere. I wonder what I did. Did I TP to help with this fight? No, I TP'd bottom for some reason. Not sure why. Probably I TP'd before the fight. And probably I want to get this tower. I'm fixating now on this tower. Which, I mean, it's alright. Always getting a tower is a good objective. You can't argue with that. Or most of the times. However, I feel that I could be doing so much more, and yeah, as you can see, it was a bad decision. I'm kind of forcing fights here, so you can see I already have 4 deaths. So I TP'd trying to help around. I got myself into some awkward positions, and I fed more or less. I mean, you could argue before, okay, you've got a kill, you've helped your team. But here it was really me forcing the tower push. I mean, once I saw that fortification go down, I should have gone back. There was no reason for me to stay there. Now I am waiting for the TP, and there you see as the TP comes, I'm TPing into this fight. I'm hoping to clean up a bit. However, Disruptor is already dead. I'm trying here to catch somebody, but they are already aware. I TP, they're already going back. They're not forcing the fights. Don't force the fights. This is how I got my deaths, right? 3. Am I 3-2 or 3-4? Okay, 3-2. Yeah. I don't know where I saw 3-4. I'm definitely 3-2. Yeah, 3-2. So it's not too bad. So I've helped twice. Now, again, I can't stress enough. You have to spread out here. Your main concern is to spread out. Try to cancel that ult out now. These 2 should die. They got too close to me, and yeah, there it is. With my E, I got the final last hit there. Now this Monkey King is getting a bit brave, but he has support from Primal Beast, so I am using the bottle to regenerate as I run, and now this Primal Beast is getting a lot of damage from Diabolic Edict. Oh, that was so frustrating there. I mean, he tried his best, this Snapfire. I felt that he could have played it better, but he had good intentions, so we are going to forgive him. Again, 238. I got some assists there. If anything, we cleaned up 2 enemy heroes, right? But I also got killed in return. And this is because perhaps I forced fights. I was overly aggressive, but at the same time, look at my items. I have no survivability. I'm building mana, and that's it. I basically want to be keeping active. The reason for that is because we are 21-9, because as a team we are ahead, and I don't want to switch into a farming mode because, as I said, Leshrac later on in the long game tapers off. So perhaps it's not the best for me, for my stats, but I feel that this, at least I am having the right attitude. It's strategically the right thing to do to keep the pressure on. I mean, as you can see, you can just look at the amount of kills. Definitely this has to be also a good amount of experience. Okay, I'm not following up there. This has to be a good amount of experience in our favor, and the gold is in our favor, so I have to keep up the pressure. You see there, I assisted and then I died. I killed 1 or 2 enemy heroes and then I died. That is fine, as long as we have these exchanges and our team is ahead. You don't have to be always the the main star in your team. There is a fight brewing here. There's 4 versus 4, as you can see on the minimap. That was a good initiation. However, his team was not there. You see here I split, and you see after 1 bounce the ult is back. So now I should probably go in and stun, but I'm waiting for this Monkey King here. I know he's about to come. I stun him, which is huge, and now with Diabolic Edict and with my ultimate I'm able to absolutely annihilate him. And you saw here I didn't go in for the first target. I was waiting for the Monkey King. I knew he was about to come, and I stunned him, even if it was a 1.7 second stun. That set up a lot of damage on him, and once Monkey King was dead, everybody else died around him. So target prioritization. Monkey King will come, Monkey King will jump out of the trees. I may not have a skill to clear up the trees, but I can wait for him and target the hero himself. Now I have to be really careful here, because I know the Spirit Breaker is coming. I mean, they have a Spirit Breaker, he's coming. Monkey King should also be coming here. I should go back. I don't have enough mana. I see that they jump him. I know there's nothing I can do. I know I should go back. I mean, this Disruptor, I think he misjudged. I mean, Monkey King, remember, he still has ultimate. He wasn't able to use it before. Had he seen more heroes, he would have ulted. We were under their tower. Even if we were 2v4, our supports had already used most of their core spells. And I did not even have this amount of mana. I regened. Since then, I regened some of it, but my mana levels were quite low. So there's nothing I could do. Perhaps if this Spectre would have ulted into the fight, perhaps maybe then, but my assessment of the height was we should go back. It's better to lose 2 supports rather than 2 supports and 2 cores. I feel that there was the right decision to go back. However, you could argue if had I manned up, perhaps we would have been able to turn. But again, I wasn't confident with my mana levels. I'm farming here a bit. I'm going to lose this courier if this Monkey King knows what he's doing. He's going to go for this Snapfire. What am I doing? You see, I'm converging already. I'm seeing on the minimap there's something going on. There's definitely the Spirit Breaker ulting, or better said, charging, and I'm going for it. I must have here my ultimate, so I don't know what this Clinks is. Again, you don't want to be close to Leshrac unless you have a Black King bar, and this was just me being there at the right time. Had I continued to farm, or whatever else I was doing, that would have been a lost fight, and it would have been a badly lost fight. However, now it's 2 versus 2, 2 for 2, so, you know, just by being there with Leshrac, I feel that this is it should be a selfless hero. That's how he should be played. I mean, he has a high speed, so I feel that he should be able to move around and gank. He has an array of spells that work really well early on, and it's great at pushing towers. So this is what he should be doing. He should be running around, helping his team, and pushing towers if he's not helping his team. At least this is my philosophy with Leshrac. You might argue otherwise. You might argue that he should have farmed a bit, built a bit more tankiness, right? Gotten a bit more survivability. But I'm already 539, and I don't think I need survivability. I just need to be at the right place at the right time, and this is not a kill. I couldn't get that, even if I tried really, really hard. Alright, 27-14. It's an action-packed game at this point. I'm not sure whether I should go to the next highlight or simply wait for the game to unfold. I see Monkey King here. That's definitely not a walking tree. It's a Monkey King. He is in the tree line. There is a Spirit Breaker here, but I don't think anything would come of it. I mean, it's really dangerous to walk uphill with no vision. So there is a fight middle, but there's nothing I can do. I'm too far. I'm walking there, but it's just one single Snapfire. However, they overcommit, and this has the potential to become a really major fight. This Spirit Breaker is doing nothing. There is a small fight here. It's really all over the place. Nobody has died yet. We've caught Spirit Breaker here, and that's it. It could have been much worse for the enemy team had they overcommitted. Yeah, that's it. But again, I did converge towards that area where the fight was happening. It turns out the enemy team overcommitted. I was able to make an impact. Had I been blindly farming, not even that. Anyway, 7k. I feel that we should be farming. Not much will come of it. Okay, now you see the power of Disruptor there, bringing him back right into the middle of our line of fire. So good work there from Disruptor. Quick reflexes, casting his spell at the right time. However, we are now depleted in terms of HP, in terms of cooldowns, and in terms of mana. That's not going to do anything. He's going to cancel his charge. Is he going to cancel his charge? He doesn't have enough damage to solo him, does he? He shouldn't have enough damage. Well, never mind, his team came to help, so that is a dead Disruptor. We are trying to help, mostly because of this Wraith King, which is keen to fight. However, I'm stunning 2 here. That is a big stun, and with the E, I'm dealing a lot of damage. However, I'm entering in the ult here. It's a bit dangerous. You can see it's going down to the wire, and whew, that was a relief, to be honest. I almost died there. Probably I should have gone out of the ult, because Wraith King himself coming out of his reincarnation, he would have been able to deal at that point with Monkey King himself. However, risk paid off. So now I'm 7-3-11, and now if I wanted to, I could buy a survivability item. I am building towards that. I got this voodoo mask, spell lifesteal, so now all my damage is, and I have this split earth upgrade, which is absolutely huge, at least at Crusader level. Why? Because you stun in an area where the enemy heroes are and they don't move. I mean, sometimes it's impossible to move because you have slows, you have stuns, you have the fight unfolding, and then the stun keeps coming in that area again and again. So it's a really good tool, especially if you don't have a lot of stuns in your team. And you see here, I'm just stunning once and going. However, it didn't end well for me because I was walking into 5 madmen that were looking for revenge because they have died way too many times and they want some revenge. They were out for blood, and my stun I think missed. However, had I stunned a bit better and from a safer distance, that repeating stun, recurring stun, would have had the potential to save Wraith King. Oh, they caught another one here. That's the power of Monkey King jumping around in trees. So you shouldn't be farming when 3 of your teammates are dead, or if you are farming, you should be making it in a safe location, somewhere really far from where the actual fight took place. Anyway, it's easy to provide advice for your teammates in hindsight, but as you can see here, after those strings of events, after that sequence of events, we are actually, you know, our lead has actually diminished significantly. I mean, if we look at the levels, Monkey King is level 15. How about our main carry, level 15, our Spectre, and our Wraith King is level 13. So it's pretty much equal, if you ask me. However, I do have my split earth upgrades, and I think I have enough gold to, soon I'll have enough gold to finish an important item that will add more survivability. So it's not all that bad. I mean, it's not all that bad. It's still not, we are still not in late game. I feel that I'm still very relevant and potent here. And Monkey King is gonna jump for me. However, I pop my Diabolic Edict and I run around, and you can see the damage that this Diabolic Edict is triggering, and that is absolutely ridiculous. A Lightning Storm to finish things off. This ultimate did absolutely nothing. Very poor ultimates from this Leech. Well, we've also done our best to avoid it, spread out, try to minimize the amount of bounces. But yeah, and this turn suddenly brought us right back in the lead, and I think we should absolutely leverage this and push this tower. And oh, what is going on here? Wraith King is fighting 1 versus 2 and coming out on top, so good news for us there. I'm not sure what I did. I think I decided to go back for some reason. Probably wasn't getting any traction trying to convince my team to help me. Oh no, I wanted to finish off my soul booster. Alright, so I finished my soul booster, and I think now I'm going to build into a sacrificial stone, I believe the item is called, the item that is supposed to add a lot of survivability. I am walking into a teammate here, but the teammate is not interested in helping me. Oh, there is Spectre here, so never mind. That is a big stun. If I land one, that is a huge stun. Now I'm walking next to Monkey King, and you see the stun repeating, and that is a second stun that Monkey King ate, a third stun that Monkey King ate. Probably I should have stayed there and made sure the Monkey King died. However, I felt I did so much with that stun and with the nuke, with the Lightning Storm afterwards, that I wanted to finish off that Leech. I thought actually I could finish off too, but it worked out pretty well because my teammate was able to finish off Monkey King and I was able to finish off Leech. However, remember, targeting and prioritization. In hindsight now, perhaps I should have stayed there and made sure that Monkey King died. That is an absolutely ridiculous initiation for Primal Beast. He basically walked right into Death's hand, and this stun here makes sure it's making sure that the enemy team is not going to follow up and try to counter our initiation. So That should be good. 11k. You see here, it pays off to be aggressive. 12-4, 12. Remember how many times I died in the beginning, but because our team did well, you know, it pays dividends. The fact that your team did well, you are going to get your kills back, you're going to improve your KD. It should never be about KD anyway, it should be about team, and as long as your team is happy, your KD would ultimately recover. Anyway, that is again a big fight there, a bit messy, maybe worth even looking a bit what happened there. So again, that is a poor initiation, and it's probably a 5 versus 4 because the Primal Beast, I mean, you know, we've already seen the initiation, the failed initiation from Primal Beast, but now Monkey King is back up. So they are definitely 4 versus 5. And did they actually choose to fight 4 versus 5? Because that would be incredibly silly, especially with the Wraith King around. And they are fighting 4 versus 5. Where is Monkey King? What is Monkey King doing? Oh no, never mind. They're fighting 3 versus 5. I was wondering why we absolutely demolished them. Yeah, that is 3 versus 5. It's absolutely silly. This Clinks is gonna die. Yeah, everybody's gonna die. And that Lich, he stood no chance. He was alone versus 3 or 4 heroes. So yeah, Monkey King was not even there. Monkey King was pushing bottom. So that was desperation. That was being basically frustration, playing badly because being frustrated. And as you can see, I'm trying my best to stay in the back now. And I do have my Bloodstone. Okay, not Sacrificial Stone, but Bloodstone. And if I pop this Bloodstone, which I did, it helped me survive because mana becomes hit points and I can sustain myself by spending mana. Alright, so I think the game is already over, ladies and gentlemen. So you saw how aggression paid off, and I feel that this is how you should play with Leshrac, especially since you see that your team is doing well. And remember, I was on tilt for a while there, because, for example, this push, I kind of forced the push, I died afterwards. So that was one time when I got nothing out of my push because I was trying to force a fight or force a push on the tower. But other than that, I always exchanged and I would always come back. However, you have to take a step back if you keep dying, let's say twice in a row. That's maybe when you should change tactics, right? So it's not that always aggression pays off. Remember, we are always perhaps 10 kills ahead, so obviously it made sense to keep up the pressure. But it doesn't mean that even if you are behind and you keep pushing and you keep dying, that's obviously not a great strategy to have. Now, we are quite ahead, 19k. We can also see it from the levels. So if you look at the levels, well, 17, 16, maybe not that obvious, but if you look at this Primal Beast level 14, and if I compare myself with the Primal Beast 18 versus 14, there's no way they can challenge this Roshan. So we have one set of racks, we're taking Roshan, and this would almost guarantee the second set of racks. So I'm just even going to go to the next highlight here, 44-19, 44-19 again. We are able to catch this Leech. It's not his game. He has made mistake after mistake. We're able to catch the Primal Beast. They should have just let the Leech die, I feel. That Primal Beast is going to die as well. Oh no, never mind. He uses his skill to escape, but this Clinks will not be that lucky. He doesn't have such an awesome escape skill, I feel. So yeah, there it is. Clinks dead. Lich is dead, so this should be an easy push. However, the lane is unfortunately way back here, so we won't be able to push this one. But maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure here. Are we able actually to push because of some creep on this side? Yeah, I'm not sure. Backward. Backdoor protection didn't activate there for some reason, which I'm not sure of. Alright, we don't have Wraith King with us, so unfortunately it's going to be a stalemate for a while. We can't really capitalize on that token. Who has the token? Am I the one with the token? No? Yeah, it makes more sense to be... Oh, the Aegis. Oh, this is so unfortunate here. However, this Spectre should be fat enough. Yeah, there it is. The Spectre was fat enough to get the kills. And with us coming back, then I mean we can just go back a bit here. So yeah, we didn't have Wraith King with us. We were kind of going back. I was going for the rune, I know that for sure because I saw a regen here. Spectre went back for the lane. They caught our Snapfire, but then everybody panicked and started going there. So you see this Disruptor, Spectre as well, he ulted in, and yeah, if they spent so much on killing Spectre, Spectre came back up with a token. So yeah, those were 3 free kills, and now that's a tower. So that shows in this, I mean, this late on, I mean, I know it doesn't seem late, it's only 30 minutes on, but you've lost a tower. You know, look at the levels in the game, level 20, level 19. It was such an active game with so much back and forth, so many kills, lots of experience, moving around. You know, you do have to pick your fights, you do have to pay attention. I mean, 3 versus 5. This late in the game, you shouldn't be doing that. I mean, look at this Monkey King. If Monkey King is not there, you don't fight. I mean, there were so many fights. Probably Monkey King has already given up, so he doesn't really care anymore. He doesn't believe in his chances to win. But had Monkey King been in those fights with an ultimate, I feel that this could have gone really, really, you know, differently. But anyway, it was probably already over once we, I mean, 27k gold lead. They don't know it, but I mean, they don't know it for sure. They can certainly feel that something is wrong. There's a significant difference somewhere. Alright, this doesn't even matter. This is just diving the fountain at this point, which is a bit silly, but I guess the game is already... What am I doing here? I'm also doing some questionable moves. However, 59-19, we should be getting the game real soon. There is a lot of action going around. People just don't care anymore, I guess. Yeah, it's a non-stop slaughterfest here. There's the last base tower, and now the base should go soon as well. Remember, I do have the bloodstones, so I'm tankier than I might seem. Also, the stun here is preventing them from doing anything crazy, too crazy. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you liked it. Non-stop Leshrac. This is, in my opinion, how Leshrac should be played. Obviously, my team also had a good time in their lanes, so there was no reason to stop the aggression. Non-stop aggression, that is the way to go. So I hope you, ladies and gentlemen, liked it, and I shall see you later.